It move. Okay, here we go. Yes, guys, we're back. Welcome to another. Well, we're in part four of Fame Weekly Talk. Can you hear the pepper grinder? She's making dinner. This I'm excited about. Okay, yeah, there we go. Mishka Mactier, that is my name, and like I said before, welcome guys to another episode of Fame Weekly Talk. Food, art, music, environment, and of course, this week's theme: do you really like it dirty? Oh, no, I really don't. So earlier, we spoke to Dr. Tanya, right, letting us know how we can get clean through food. Of course, it was followed by art. Thank you so much, Adriana. Zero waste art, and of course, gay. Yes, Gong, Bath, Barbados. We're getting clean through sound healing. It is a thing, all right? So up next, who do we have? It's all about yoga. Amaal, she's going to be joining us, yes, and let us know how we can get clean through yoga. Inner environment, outer environment. Kind of works hand in hand kind of thing, right? Yes, it does. And of course, I want to say hey to the F.A.M.E organizers. We have Margaret and Badran, yes, making sure that everything is running smoothly. And yeah, myself, Mishka Mactier. So I'm so happy that you guys have joined us. Yes, come on over. Make sure that you spread the word. Tell a friend. Share the app. Make sure that you guys also follow us on Instagram. F.A.M.E Festival _ Barbados, all right? I was asked to remind you as well. This Saturday, it is happening. We are making our way to St. John. Andrew, not you, St. Andrew. Why I thought it was in St. John? Who's in St. John? Oh, the F.A.M.E Festival we did last year. That was in St. John. But we're heading to St. Andrew. Let me write it so I don't forget it again, all right? Nature Fun Ranch. It is happening this Saturday. It's open day from 10 until 4. So make sure that you guys make your way down there, all right? Of course, it's all about the children. It really is all about the children for sure. So head on down that side, all right? So we're going to be chatting with Amaal, and she's going to be talking about karma yoga. I said karma yoga. What goes around comes around. Yeah. We're going to talk about yoga in general, all right? And of course, if you guys want to find her, she is located at the Eco Lifestyle Lodge. Listen, she lives the yoga life, okay? Grow her own food. It's all about healthy eating. It's all about doing yoga, put it in the work, of course, and feeling great about yourself at the end of the day. Yes, that is what it is about, and that is what we like to share with you guys here on our F.A.M.E Weekly Talk. Oh, yes. So, is it time? Is it time for us to be having a conversation with Amaal, all right? Yeah. Let's see. Let's see. And here we go. Right there? Right there? Is it now? Is it happening now? We're waiting and we are connecting. And we are. I'm hearing sound. I'm hearing sound. Yes, I am. Yes, guys, welcome to F.A.M.E Weekly Talk. It is happening every Sunday. Every Sunday. What is happening every Sunday? This is what happens when you party right before you come to work. Is that party. So guys, we're going to be chatting with Amaal as soon as this connection happens. Let's send out some good vibration. And we're going to be chatting with her, talking all about yoga. Yes, and of course, this week's theme, do you really like it dirty? We're getting clean through yoga. Yes, we are. Make sure that you guys also... Oh!
Hi!
How are you
I made
doing?
it.
You made it. Welcome to the F.A.M.E Weekly Talk, my darling.
Thank you for having me.
How are you?
Fantastic. How are you?
I am fine, thank you. How is the children, the family? Everyone is good?
Well, as you can see, my house is very peaceful, so that means the kids are sleeping, the dogs are walked and fed, and everything is right with the world.
There you go. The kids are asleep. Everything is right with the world, man. Oh,
You
my
know
goodness.
it.
So like I said, welcome to F.A.M.E Weekly Talk. This week's theme, do you really like it dirty?
Hmm.
I
I
don't
don't
know,
know.
man. And we're getting clean through yoga. So tell us, Amaal, I'm just saying your first name, your last name, Ghneim. Did I get it? No, I didn't. So tell us, man.
Amaal, yes, my name's Amaal, and I love yoga, and I believe yoga is for everyone, and I'm here to talk about why that is. So, talking about the inner environment, your body. Um, a lot of people think yoga is, about exercise, but it's really about so much more because it's about your breath. As you know, your breath is your life force.
Mm-hmm.
Without it, well, you know what might happen.
Wow.
So what I like to tell people is just that yoga is a practice of the breath, and how we move our body around the breath is the side effects that we get from that, sure, are relaxation and about getting stronger and more flexible and all that stuff, but really it's about tuning in with your body through your breath and generating a level of intimacy with your body that allows you to unify all the different aspects that are kind of splintered and break the habits of daily life and create kind of a more perfect union, if that makes sense.
Oh, wow. I guess it does, actually. Yeah. I guess it does. Okay, so before we get to that, just tell us a little bit more about yourself. You said you love yoga. It's all about that. But, I want to get, tell us a little bit more about Amaal.
All right, well, I'm from California, and I'm very proud of that. I love California and all my California people. It's, on the forefront of the health and wellness movement.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, pretty much anywhere in the world, like California
Yes.
is at the top of the game. So,
Yeah.
I definitely enjoy living in Barbados and all the aspects that brings. There are certain things I miss about California, but Barbados is really deep in my heart.
Wow.
And part of that is because I love to surf and I love being in nature, and really happy that I can raise my kids in a sort of a natural environment, different than where I grew up. I grew up in a really, kind of cookie cutter houses, very like what you see in the movies.
Yeah.
Everything
The
is
white picket
really
fence.
intentionally man-made, and in Barbados I kind of like the rough aspects, especially on the East Coast where I
Oh,
live,
yeah. Wow.
trees and monkeys and animals and ocean right at the back door.
You
If you
love
get
it,
me.
man. You love it. You love
So I
it.
love my walks out in nature, and I love that my kids can go and pick fruit and climb trees and have a garden and all those things. Definitely appreciate all that about living here.
Wow.
I also really love to cook and bake, and this one of my hobbies is, creating food that is like comfort food that, when you eat it, you just feel so good when you're eating it, but also knowing that it packs a nutritional punch.
Yeah.
So, maximizing nutritional benefit. So, I have my little outdoor hobbies and my indoor hobbies, but and of course my children who take up a lot of time, and they're awesome too. It's like fun molding them into the people
Yeah.
that I want them to be.
Nice. Nice. Okay. So tell me, karma yoga. It
Karma
means,
yoga
yeah. Because when I think of the
is
word karma, I'm like, what goes around comes right back around. In yoga, how does this work?
all right. So the Karma Yoga class, I think that you're referring to, that I teach at Eco Lodge, Eco Lifestyle and Lodge in Tent Bay. The idea behind that is, it's a donation-based class. So people come. It's really building on that philosophy of yoga is for everyone. For one, because we don't want yoga to be prohibitively expensive, and you find some yoga studios can be quite pricey and just out of reach for the everyday person.
Mm-hmm.
So the donation-based classes are accessible to anyone. Anyone can come. You can pay as you wish. You don't have to pay at all. If you have something you want to give, you can donate. And, it's carrying on that good karma, basically, paying it forward to whoever needs it, if that makes
Wow.
sense.
So yes, it does. Because I was wondering, I'm like, when you say karma yoga, I was like, wait, how does this work? Oh, okay. So now I get it. Now I get it. And it's and you said it's donation based. Like you make a donation, whatever it is you have to contribute, and you get your classes.
Yeah. Exactly,
Wow.
exactly. You donate. It could be $5, it could be 50. It's whatever suits you. It's whatever it's worth to you. It's not even about what it's worth to you. It's just about what you can give on that day. But really, for me, it's about giving yoga to anybody who wants it and making sure that it's not a
Yeah.
cost thing. It shouldn't be a privilege thing. And it's like, unfortunately, in some places, the access to yoga is limited because it's expensive to go, and or you don't have the time. You know, it's really a practice of privilege in that way. You have to have time and you have to have money. So I like
Yeah.
the karma yoga classes because once you can make that time for yourself and you're choosing wellness for yourself, let's not let money be an obstacle too. But at the same time, if you do have and you can give, then you know that your money is also going to a good cause, a local charity. So, you know, the last organization we gave to was the Xander Venetia Trust, which, you know, donates the money to help children in need, disabled children and such. So what the next organization that will receive, that will be up to Eco Lodge, but they always choose something reputable and good. And, you know, I stand behind them for sure.
Wow. Okay. So it comes through Eco Lodge, and that is where we can find your classes. It's on Saturdays, is it?
Saturday, 8:30 in the morning. That's
Wow.
you can do it. It's not that early. Not like the 6 a.m. class I used to teach.
Oh my God, no. No. So we're gonna find, so every Saturday it's at Eco Lifestyle Lodge in the east.
That's right, in Bakuba and Tent Bay.
In Bashman Tenbe.
Yep.
Okay. Okay, so tell me, so we get to yoga class, you do different yoga. Is it different yoga techniques for different, I don't know, for different, what is it? I'm looking for this word here. Okay.
Kyle?
Yeah. Style.
Okay.
Uh,
So you're asking me about my style.
yes, of yoga.
Style of yoga, right. So I would say probably two styles have influenced me very heavily. That would be Iyengar and Ashtanga, which people who know the two styles know they're actually very, very different from one another. Ashtanga is a fixed set of poses in different series, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 series, and you practice the same poses over and over again through a flowing movement. Quite an intense practice, you know, up to 2 hours at a time. Lots of sweat, but repetition. So repetition and breath coordinated movement is what guides the practice, and through that, obviously, improvement. In the Iyengar style, it's more, I want to say, technical and isometric. So you will hold the poses for a longer period of time and focus a lot on alignment and technique, and also incorporating the use of props, so blocks, blankets, straps, which I like the style of Iyengar because it makes yoga more accessible to anybody, really, whether you've got injury, whether you've got illness, whether you are a senior citizen or you're recovering from something. Iyengar yoga, one, the instructors are trained for years and years and years, so you feel really comfortable dealing with beginners, that they can support somebody who really has no background in yoga, and most importantly, make sure they don't get injured. So I like to take a little of this and a little of that, really, because I like the vigorous movement of Ashtanga, and I also like the technical aspects of Iyengar and the accessibility, how it makes the physical benefits of the practice more accessible to everybody. So I just mix and match, and really it depends on my students for that class too, because I might get a group of students who everybody has a background in yoga, then I'm going to try to pick up the pace a little more and give them a challenge to practice. But if I know that I've got majority beginners, then I'm going to slow it down a little bit and just give people what they need, because ultimately yoga is a personal practice, so there's no one size fits all.
No, there isn't. So let me ask the question again. So even if you've never done yoga before, I could still come to your class and you just put me in the back in the corner, or no?
No way. No way. You're going to be in the front right next to me. I'm going to take good care of you.
Because
all jokes aside, though, even if you've never done yoga, sure. I mean, my class and many classes will welcome all levels.
Yeah.
But definitely, I ask my students, who hasn't had any experience with it, who has, what your comfort level is, and then work with you from there. And another thing I like to do in my classes is offer modifications. Always offer one,
Yeah.
two, sometimes three options so that you can choose what's right for you on any given day. Because even if you have done this pose before, but you come to my class today and you're just kind of tired or kind of out of it, or your neck hurts, and you
Yeah.
know maybe that's not the right time for this pose, but let me offer you this other one where you're still going to reap great benefits from it. You're still going to get to connect with your breath and move your body with your breath and feel really good afterwards. It's not really about where you're going, right? So I tell my students that too. Yoga is not football. It's not about a race. There's no finish line. It's not about where we're going. It's about what we're practicing and being in tune with our body today. So we're not trying to score goals. We're not trying to reach goals. We're just trying to honor our body. You honor your body, you work to your maximum safely, and it's a win-win, you know?
Wow.
Nobody
No,
gets hurt.
that's for
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to know, when am I going to get on my head? I see you doing that all the time. You know, I'm like, when do I get to do that? I want to go on the top of my head and do that too. How long does this take? It's a process, isn't it, man?
You know
Yeah.
what? It's different for everybody. There's no formula, and I'm not even going to answer your question, my friend, because all you have to do is practice, and you will
Wow.
get there. But it doesn't matter when. You're going to get
Yeah.
there when you are ready to be there. No
Oh,
sooner, no later.
oh my goodness. That's a great answer, man. That is a great answer. Tell me, before you go,
Yes.
you know, like tonight's theme is, do you really like it dirty? Just tell us, like tips how yoga gets you clean, like cleanse your body, your inner environment. You said through breathing, but tell us, how we can get on board.
Sure. That's no problem. So, as far as your physical body is concerned, yoga has so many therapeutic benefits, from balancing your endocrine system, so all your hormones in your body, bringing them into balance. Besides your musculoskeletal system, your joints, your muscles, getting your muscles long, flexible, but also strong. As far as cleansing, when we do twists and things like that, twists have a detoxifying effect on the internal organs because, as we wring our torso, it's
Yeah.
really massaging all the internal organs and squeezing out all those toxins, and then the breath helps to flush that out of the system. So aside from that, there's the mind-body connection that we establish through the breath. And so when we break those habits in our bodies and sort of streamline what's going on in our body, it also has the same effect on our mind. So as I mentioned earlier, most people associate yoga with being a physical practice. They want to do yoga to get strong, they want to do yoga to get flexible, but we forget about the the mental aspect, right? The
Yeah.
mind over matter, and you're cleansing your inner environment mentally too. So you're clearing away the negativity, you're replacing it with something so much more positive, and that's really what the practice of yoga is about. Uniting your mind and body, opening channels in your body, opening channels in your mind, clearing out the stuff that's not serving your highest self.
Wow. And
Does that make sense?
yeah, it does. It makes sense. And I guess that just goes back to diet and everything as well. Just, you know.
Yes, and mindset too.
Yeah.
Believing in yourself, believing that you can, washing away the negative thoughts, the limiting beliefs. So
Mhm.
yoga, and through your breath, you can start to do things with your body that you never believed possible, and that's going to open up things in your mind too that were weighing you down. So detoxifying your mind and those limiting beliefs and using your breath. So you've practiced your breath in discomfort. We get into physical discomfort when we get into challenging poses physically. But that physical discomfort takes us back to the mental discomfort. It's like believing, like, can I stay in this pose a little bit longer and stay with my breath, believing that I can do it, now transferring that to something like childbirth,
Oh,
after practicing yoga for years, and then when I had my babies, I could always go to my breath, and my breath brought calmness and composure and, made me believe that I could do it. And it's the
wow.
same way for everybody, so it's just like cleaning out those limiting beliefs and all that negativity and replacing it with something more productive.
And we get that through yoga. Wow. Beautiful. Okay, before you go, I keep saying before you go. Is there like a recommended amount of days per week that you should do yoga? I don't know if you're just starting, if you know, do you say like go hard or just, you know?
You know what? Again, it goes back to it really being a personal practice, and it's so much more important to set a realistic goal for yourself. So
Mm,
it's not for me to tell you you should do yoga once a week or you
okay.
should do yoga 5 times a week.
Yeah.
It's you have to ask yourself, what can I realistically accomplish? If I tell myself I'm going to wake up and do yoga every day the way I want to, that might not be a realistic goal. So
Mm,
then I'm going to feel like I'm failing because I'm not reaching my goal. But instead, if I say once a week, or instead, like for me now, as a busy mother, what is a realistic practice for me now is different than what it was years ago. So for me now, if I do 3 poses with intentional breathing and then take my final resting pose, that's my practice. And that's me accepting my reality and my body and my life today. So that's what yoga is about, not how much you're putting in. Again, it's not about training for a race. It's a lifelong practice. So if I could give, any tips for anybody that wants to try it, start with your breath. Start with your breath. Start with counting your breath. Whatever you're doing, you're sitting up, sit up tall, keep your chest open, and breathe.
So
And
can we do
count.
this together before you go? Just,
Yeah.
but no, go ahead, continue. I just didn't want to forget to mention to you. I want to do that before you leave. But you were saying, so set a realistic goal.
Yeah, setting realistic goals, and the breath practice is so simple, and the body movements, we do the body movements that helps bring access to a lot of things, and it has a lot of beneficial side effects. But something as simple as you're sitting in traffic and you're bringing awareness to your breath, and instead of going into road rage, you decide you're going to count your inhale exhale breaths. Maybe you count 50. Or maybe you decide to count the length of your breath. So on the inhale, you count 1, 2, 3 seconds. And on the exhale, you count 1, 2, 3 seconds. And maybe you start to try to challenge yourself by adding a little onto the exhale. So the exhale is a little bit longer than the inhale. Those are really simple practices that anybody can do anytime. The hatha yoga, the physical practice, can come with guidance. I do recommend having an instructor if you don't have a background. But
Mhm.
once you have a little background in yoga and you want to do a little more, don't be afraid to do your own research. Get a book. There's lots of great books out there. Um, I'm a little hesitant with what's on the internet because you just don't know what is reputable or what is not. But if you go to the literature that
Yeah.
is tried and true, then it's worth a try and anybody can do it.
Oh my God. So we're gonna do it together. We're gonna do a little counting breath so we get a nice little demonstration of what to expect when we go to Karma Yoga. Yes.
All
Okay.
right.
So here we go.
All right, Mishka, we're going to do a breath. So sit up nice and tall.
Okay, nice and
Bring your
tall.
shoulders back and down the spine. Open up your chest.
Okay.
And yeah, you can close your eyes for this. It's quite all right. Breathing in and out through the nose. Exhale fully. And on the inhale, I'm going to count to 3. 1, 2, 3. You're going to hold it. And exhale. 1, 2, 3. Hold. And inhale. 1, 2, 3. Hold it. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. Again, let's go to 4. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold it. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. And release. Okay.
Wow. Okay.
So
If it is
normally
the only time I breathe is when I come here. Wow.
So normally we would take that a little farther. We would add extend the count a little bit each time, and um, but you can see that. I don't know if did you notice anything about when you hold the inhalation or hold after the exhalation? Which one is more challenging?
I think the inhale when I'm inhaling is a little bit more challenging because I could actually feel from last week when we had the gentleman over from Cabo Health Center. you know, he talks about expanding it, and Shay talks about it as well. And you know, every time you do it, you can always feel it. Feels as if I just cracked a rib. That's what it usually feels like, right? Because I can feel it's like expanding, and you know, when I come to your class, you're gonna see what I'm talking about. I
I
know
can't
sometimes
wait.
I carry it in my shoulder, so it's really tense. And you know, when I hear you say just relax and let your shoulder, I'm like, oh god, take it off. That's what it
Yeah.
felt like. Oh my
Yeah.
goodness! Wow,
Definitely.
that's great! Yay! I hope you guys did some breathing exercises, Amaal. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having me, and I look forward to seeing you at my class when you're ready.
We are gonna be here. I'm bringing Badu. You know she's already there. Is ready.
I know Badu wants to come. Don't forget
Yes,
Margaret and Shay and everybody.
she's right here. They are coming. All right. So make sure that you guys check it out. Eco Lifestyle Lodge. They're located on the east. You're doing your karma yoga class every Saturday. All right.
Every
So make sure
Saturday.
every Saturday. And of course, proceeds goes to a worthy cause as well. All right. Yoga is
Absolutely.
for everyone. That is the
It
motto
sure
that we
is.
go with. So make sure, Amaal, before you know when you come off this call, that you kind of just put it in the comment section where we can find you in the time for your class. And 8:30,
I'm
yeah,
doing it now.
and we're gonna post your video as well. We have a video to post with you doing some stretches and some yoga, and we're so ready for this, man.
Yes, we're ready for you. Yoga is ready for you.
Oh my goodness, Amaal, thank you so much again. All the best, and I will
Thank
see
you
you
so
soon.
much. Thank you
Yes.
so much for having me. Love you all.
Mwah. Are you gonna wave and say bye? Here comes hands, fingers. Are you seeing hands?
Love you
Oh, yes.
Ah.
Looks familiar.
It's great. Alrighty. What? Okay, so we did it, man. We did some breathing exercises. I'm beginning to look forward to this every Saturday, every Sunday when I come to do a F.A.M.E Weekly Talk. Guys, this is it. All right. We got super clean today. Yes, we did. We spoke to everyone all across the spectrum, man, from food. Of course, want to thank Dr. Tanya Austin of Chief Fluoride, traditional Chinese medicine. She was telling us how to get clean through food. Make sure that you check your poo. It's no shame in it. You heard her right. She said it. Check your poo to make sure everything is working as it should. And if you have stinky poo, it needs time for you to get it cleansed. Okay? Those were her words, all right? Of course, with art, we spoke to Adriana Seymour. Yes, Zero Waste Art. She's doing baskets. She's, a matter of fact, everything. It's not just basket alone, man. Everything through newspaper, magazines. I'm heading to Holders Market to make sure that I get my necklace. I am so there for sure, right? So thank you so much. Of course, Gay Tafe. I'm a fan. I've always been a fan. Yeah, that's the truth right there. Always been a fan. Healing through sound. It is a thing. You can get clean through sound, all right? Make sure that you guys also follow her. Check her out on Facebook, you know, Gong Bath Barbados. And of course, Amaal, thank you so much. You know, yoga, karma yoga. We're getting cleansed through yoga, all right? That's the idea, and that's what we're doing. So make sure that you guys also look out for her on Instagram. Follow her on Instagram as well. Eco Lifestyle Lodge. It's being done there every Saturday at 8:30 a.m. Yes, yoga is for everyone. All right. So yes, that's it, guys. That is it. So we've come to the conclusion of another F.A.M.E Weekly Talk. All right. Remember this week's theme. Do you really like it dirty? Go ahead and get clean, man. All right. So Mishka Makte, that is my name. I'm going to be back with you guys next week for another episode of F.A.M.E Weekly Talk, bringing to you the food, the art, the music, the environment. Next week's theme, what's your beef? What's your beef? Yeah, that's what we're going to be talking about next week. All right. So make sure that you guys also share the word, spread the word. Follow us on Instagram, F.A.M.E Festival underscore Barbados. All right. I'm Mishka Makte, and I'll catch you guys next week. Yeah. Mwah! Yay!